What I'm about to tell you right now is the deep and dark and psychological truth. You'll be able to attract any woman, you would be able to penetrate anybody, and this is immensely power, what I'm about to speak to you. And I would speak slowly so you can understand. Newton said, if you want to understand the secret of the universe, you have to think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. Now, let me tell you the secret. You have to be and do the opposite of what 99% of the people are doing. I know this sounds absolutely fucked, but trust me, Newton's third law says every action has an equal and opposite reaction. This is the truth. And this is the nature. Everything you see in life is a quantum physics. And there is equal and opposite reaction to it. Now, how do you apply it to the real life? Let's say I'm in North America. You go to a North America any gym. Like now I'm talking about practical life, how you apply it. These, what I just told you, these are just standard truth in which this reality is built upon. When you go to the gym, you'll see that 99% of the guy are chasing omens. They're getting closer to them, they're smiling, they're talking. But you think that's the way. And you join their game. And look at your life. It was never meant to be chased. You have to be the person who never chase. I know that sounds crazy, but these are all psychological trick you can use to bend the reality. You have to be the only one guy who is not chasing, but rather don't even give a single fuck. Zero fuck given. You're in your own zone. You don't even look at that girl. The most prettiest girl walk in the gym, you don't even flinch. Trust me, give it 2 to 3 days, you'll have that girl in your feet. I have. Because you stand out. That doesn't mean you take care of yourself. You have to make sure that like you look good and stuff, like you work out, but most importantly, you have to be in your own zone. You have to be the person who don't flinch. The most prettiest girl walk in and you don't even look. The girls get turned on like a motherfucker. These are psychological play that roles you can play in life. It has nothing to do with masculinity. No red pill, black pill, blue pill, brown pill. None of this. You're above everything else, which is your purpose. You're in the gym not to impress anybody, but to build yourself to a version to make your bloodline proud. To be a man of values, you have to have standards and goals for your life, and you have to achieve towards those things. You're too locked into your own zone that you don't even have time for these things. Most of the people, 99% of the people will get distracted, trust me, because the system is designed in that way. It's the same way. Let's say if you go to a cafe and stuff, everybody's talking about money. Hey, I need to call this person and this person. And then you realize, wait. You don't just act like it. You try to internalize the solution. Remember, you're not like 99% of the person. You're somebody different. Man with values. who thinks for themselves, sharp yet humble, will say, wait a second, these people constantly chase money, and there is no end to money, but there is an end to life. So why are you gonna worried about the thing that doesn't even last, and you have constantly chase and chase and chase, and then the next thing you know, your life is gone. It's done. So when 99% of the people talk about hedge fund and anything else, you talk about music, living in the moment, enjoying your beauty, enjoying the life that you have. All you need. A lot of people don't have health, and money can buy them. You flow, you smile, and you do your own thing. And the whole place just couldn't try to figure you out. What's wrong with this guy? You're different. And not because you have to show off that you're different, it's because you know the truth. That's why I love music. And guess what? When you love music, you're passionate, the girls wants to be around you. The girls don't want to be around the people who always talk about hedge fund and stuff. They don't like that shit. But again, even if they like it or don't, I couldn't really give a fuck. Life is too short. You have to enjoy your life in your own way. But you got the idea now. Nobody talks about this psychological truth and the importance of being opposite of 99% of the people make you stand out in a way that you bent the reality in your feet because you're strong, uncommon, magnetic, understandable. You know the truth. You know what's good for what. And you become magnetic, which I am. And I hope that for you too. We need more people with actual brain who actually think and not constantly chasing happiness, and there is no end to happiness. Money lasts how many days and you start chasing again. Relationship lasts how many days, stop chasing again. And back in the day, it used to be the girl, like no matter what happened, the girl used to stick with you. Not anymore. They have so many options, they become evil and make them an evil. That's why marry a person, probably from a countryside if you ever find it, but not some religious. I don't really have any ideas, but you have to be different. Not just because you have to be different, but because this society, 90% of the people, what they're doing is wrong, and I can prove it, or I just did. And you have to be the 1%. What do you think that these billionaires and millionaires live in a yacht, their own island? They could easily be in the city, but they're not. You have to think these things, and you will become that person in whose fit the reality bends, like I have so many times, and I'm pretty sure you will too, if you just understand what I told you in this video. I tell you to listen to it probably one more time, do it fast pace, because everything I realized in life, if you listen one time and you just forget about it, this is another psychology, and which keeps you on a loop after loop after loop. You don't need anything. Just listen to this video 3 to 5 times until it really hits in your brain and you realize, wait a second, I need to wake up. Otherwise, you're going to be spending your whole life chasing happiness which last probably 2 or 3 hours, or sometimes 2 or 3 days, and you constantly chase and chase and chase, and you would be a long time slave until you die, and you'll never find your inner peace and inner happiness and how to live a life. I'm here to help because I truly believe if I help you, the universe will help me. I don't need your help. And the same way goes to you. If you help others, the universe will give it to you. So just pay it forward, my friend.